Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Nikke Goddess of Victory video. Alright, if you guys are not aware, Trina is right now available right here. She's the next character in addition to the standard banner.
They're my family.
She's actually surprisingly strong. She's stronger than I thought, and I was hoping she would be a skip for most people. But you might want to watch this video carefully and decide on whether or not she's going to be good for you, because right now, she actually could prove to be one of the most meta character if you have a very particular character, and that's going to be Scarlet. Alright, if you have her, she transforms her into a literal beast. Now even if you don't have Scarlet, that could change in the future, and that's where you have to like pay attention to it, because right now things are very interesting with her. She's probably going to be one of the best character in both PvP and PvE. If you're talking about like the specific meta character, Trina is going to be right there. So with that, I'll show you guys the pulls. We'll talk about all the things that she can do, and let's jump into it. Okay, here comes, right? Can I though? Oh shoot, I can't one tap. Okay, don't worry, I'll two tap, right? Alright, look at this. Okay, three tap, okay? You're looking forward to her testing. She is PvP centric with Scarlet. I think so too. Alright. Oh, come on, it's not her. It has to be Missy Lee's, right?
I'm Moran.
What do you mean, Moran? Okay. Okay, this is too much now. Now this is too much. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay. No.
How about some candy for the road?
7 tap. Come on, game. Okay, it's here, right? It has to be here. Yes!
They call me Trina, the caretaker of trees. You are
Wow,
always welcome to rest in my embrace.
massive! Now let's first talk about Trina's skill kit. This is going to be extremely straightforward. A couple of things that you guys need to know. She's a rocket launcher, burst 2 supporter, and electric. Now keep in mind, she competes with the likes of Crown, she competes with the likes of Grave, and trust me, in some team comps, she is even better than Crown. So I want you guys to, again, do not underestimate her, because there's a lot of things that I'm quite surprised with her capabilities right here. Now first things first, let's talk about her skill 1. Her skill 1 is very simple, very straightforward. Alright, she heals your allies. Alright, right here, this is going to be a healing skill. And then she has one particular thing where if the HP of 2 ally units with the lowest HP percentage is lower than 30%, she's going to recover 2% of the caster's final max HP. But if it's lower than 50%, she's going to heal 1.57%. So, passive skill that heals, alright? Regardless, every time the burst skill ends, she will be able to heal this amount right here. Very good. Now skill 2 is where this is going to be the very interesting one. We got this thing called the Peaceful Tree. You can see right here, affects all electric code allies with rifles. Now rifles is going to, in this particular case, talking about assault rifle, not sniper rifle. I tested with sniper rifle like iron, it doesn't work. So electric code allies with assault rifle, right now in the game, there's only so many characters that are going to fill that role. So if you go right here, we look at assault rifle, electric. So these are the options of characters that we have. Sin, Rupee Winter Shopper, Moran, and Scarlet. So Scarlet is pretty much going to be the character that is exclusively going to be used with her. And you ideally are going to increase. She's basically like a Scarlet's hyper buffer. Alright, she buffs Scarlet by a ton. Alright, we're talking about like almost 3 times damage. Alright, which is kind of insane. So what does she do? She increased max HP right here, almost 45%. She also gives the electric code ally with rifles on the leftmost side of the squad invulnerable for 2 seconds, alright? And she is going to also give Scarlet 94% attack damage right here and 50% reload speed right here. This is a lot of buff, right? 94% attack damage, 50% reload speed, again, on a passive skill, alright? When you use burst skill, literally, this is going to be what you're going to get. You don't really need to place Scarlet in the most left side, because right now she's the only character which is assault rifle electric code that fulfills this condition. So leftmost, you can place her wherever, right? But in the future, if you have multiple electric assault rifle characters, then whoever that you want to buff, you want to place it on the most left. Now, her burst skill, again, fortunately she's a 20 seconds, not a 40 seconds. She gives you max HP right here, again, very useful for some characters. Again, It doesn't restore though, so keep that in mind. Attack damage is going to increase for 21%. Now this right here is a universal buff. This is going to work on everyone. Very, very good buff right here. When enemy aside from the Nikke is 1, basically if there's only one enemy on the field, affects all enemies. So we are going to a skill that basically affects all enemies will get boosted by 435% if there's only one enemy on the map, and that means you're fighting one boss. You're going to get a lot of boost to Scarlet's damage. Again, this is Scarlet's burst skill, is going to get increased by 435%. But if there's a lot of enemies, that means more than 2, then only 64% increase, right? So there's that. And again, all electric code allies with rifles, again this is counting only the assault rifle, not sniper rifle, is going to get hit rate increase 45%, max ammo capacity 20 rounds. All of this is going to hyper buff your Scarlet. I don't think it's fair to test her with Crown, alright? We are trying to do we need to do a damage comparison. Let's not do Crown. Who is
If you call,
okay, let's do Grave. Alright, let's do, I think Grave is more fair. We compare her with Grave. But one good thing that Trina has compared to a lot of these other bursts too is she can also heal. So she's a healer herself. So I think if you need some sort of healing capabilities, like Grave doesn't really heal, so you still have to rely on like someone else that can sort of heal for you if you need them.
Gently.
It's actually really good, right? Because we are on par with one of the best burst 2 in the
I
game,
need to be careful.
and we can heal. So this is the comparison, right? Now first things first, Scarlet. With Grave 200 million, right? With Trina 498, almost 500 million. We're not talking about no buffs at all. We're talking about Grave's buffs versus Trina's buffs. Times 2. Times 2.5 actually. Wait. So Mate Priority as well. We're also able to get a little bit of damage boost. 195 million to 203. So Mate Priority doesn't get it as much. Not as much, right? Not as high. Almost you could say this could be about the same because it's like plus minus 5%, right? Give and take. But Grave herself can do a lot of damage. Now keep that in mind, right? If you're looking for personal damage from a character, Grave is obviously going to do more than Trina. Makes a lot of sense, right? If you are looking for a burst 2 DPS, then Grave. But obviously she's going to go in the separate team, but I'm just comparing the buffs for now, right? Lita, 70 million. Again, with Grave, Lita actually did a little bit more. Mononia with Grave is 282. Mononia without Grave is 237. This is Mononia with Trina, alright? But with Scarlet, you can see that jump is insane to the point of this is going to make her really, really strong, right? If you have a super build Scarlet, 10-10-10, definitely going to be on a separate team on its own, right? In I would say in solo raids whatsoever. So 19 with Grave. Again, same timer, right? This one is with Trina. This is with Crown. 24. With Crown... So Crown will always be more than Grave. Look at this. 14, 12. Grave is 20, except for the personal damage. Lita will be the highest here. 11, this is 7. Mononia is 28 here. Here Mononia is... Oh, except for Mononia. Because she's just normal attacking. Let me try with Crown actually. Now I'm kinda curious. I think she's even better than Crown for Scarlet. She's better than Crown for Scarlet. Trina triumphs. So everyone else damage is higher, you can see, right? 234, 203. Crown is higher than Trina, yeah. Lita is higher as well. Mononia is higher as well. But because Scarlet does so much that the total damage out damages the Crown's one. Crown loss, Crown loss. Okay, so let's talk about the best electric team that you can make right now. So since now that we have this particular character Trina into the equation, alright, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this particular formation right here with Cinderella and Rouge. Alright, so Cinderella, and then you can put Rouge as the burst one, and that is going to be something that you can do, right? And then of course we have Swimsuit Anis in this place. Again, I'm going to give you guys alternatives. Alright, so she is going to be an electric buffer. So you got Cinderella, you got Rouge, and then you can put burst to either be Blanc, and then you can put something like Noir to just further buff the team, or it can be another flex character like Mononia. that doesn't need to burst, or you can use Maiden Ice Rose, right? This is going to fit in this team. So this is going to be something like along the lines of an electric team that you can use. Very, very good. Obviously, this is one of the better ones with Cinderella and Rouge. Now that we have Scarlet into the equation, surprisingly, you can take some of these two out. For example, Blanc can be removed, and also you can take out Ice Rose Maiden right here, and then we're gonna move Anis back here, and this time we got Scarlet, and we can put Trina right there. Alright, so these two are going to be the duo in this case. So for now, this is going to be a very universal electric team, and so far I've been testing a little bit. This is going to be one of the better ones out there. So position is going to be very, very important. Make sure Rouge in this case, she needs to be in position 2 or position 4. I'm sure you guys have seen before. She needs to be in these two positions right here, right? So that's how you want to benefit from her full skill. So in that case, you want to position her either here or here, right? So put Cinderella and Scarlet next to, in between her, to maximize the buffs. Now Trina is going to buff Scarlet immensely. Trina's increased HP can also help Cinderella a little bit. And then with Anis, so her purpose right here for Swimsuit Anis is this particular one, right? So Electric Code Allies is going to get attack percent and reload speed increase right here. Now I understand that Swimsuit Anis is a limited character, but she's still one of the best universal electric code buffers out there for burst 3. Now if you don't have a Swimsuit Anis, you can consider using Maiden. Now Maiden is a decent option, however, she has a little bit of weakness in terms of her skill only works as in she buffs electric code allies for the damage as strong element. So damage as strong element requires you to basically be hitting an enemy code. In this case, if you are electric, you want to hit water enemies, you're going to do a lot of damage. But Anis, since her buff is going to be much more universal, where she buffs attack percent, right? That one is going to be way more universal and way better, right? If you are talking about tackling water raids, solo raids, then Ice Maiden Rose is going to be very good. But in most other universal circumstances, I would say go for Swimsuit Anis. If you don't have Swimsuit Anis, Noir is going to be a good one right here. Alright, just to have this particular skill 1. Alright, so this is going to be a universal buff that you can constantly use. Now in this particular team, somehow Crown will be the number 1 in terms of the damage output. So you can see 1.6 billion. Alright, so the reason why I think is most likely because Crown and Cinderella is just a pretty good pair. I would say like Crown is a better buffer for Cinderella. Alright, Trina is a better buffer for Scarlet. But because Cinderella does so much damage, as you can see, Scarlet only did 281, Cinderella did 915. So if I take out Crown, I put Trina in there. So Cinderella is going to do about 200 million less. Of course, Scarlet gets like double the damage as per usual. But you can see right here in these circumstances, the damage output is, I would say, kind of comparable. Right? It's close enough for you to sacrifice Crown to be in a separate team. Ideally, you don't really want to use Crown in the Cinderella Roach team because Crown is very, very strong. You can put Crown in a separate team, so you can put Trina right here. Now, with every other burst 2 in this particular team, I have tested that Trina beats them out. For example, I tested with Mari. Trina is going to be better in this case. I've also tested with Blanc as well. Still lost to Trina. So all in all, Trina is going to be a very, very strong character. If you have Scarlet, so as you can see demonstrated right here, not only in PvE, but of course in PvP as well. Now in PvP, you're going to use Trina the same way. Put her with Scarlet, right? The rest, you can just let it flow. You want to give her preferably the burst gauge cube. That's going to basically give her a ton of burst gauge at the beginning of the battle. Hopefully she bursts faster, right? But yeah, so far, she's been pretty impressive. Now, if you intend to use Trina specifically just for her burst skill, which can improve damage multiplier for every burst skill that boosts all enemies, you can see I tested right here for Quincy, Escape Queen and Phantom. Since their burst skill has the affects all enemies kind of situation, you can see the damage boost is not that insane, right? Crown is still going to be better. So whereas Trina right here did a little bit less. So ideally, the only situation where Trina actually is really, really strong right now is going to be with Scarlet. So should you pull for Trina? In my opinion, and I'm going to be honest right here as someone that's trying to lean towards or help free-to-play players make decision, I would say she's a very, very good pull. However, if you can't afford to, then there's no sweat, you can wait a little bit, right? She will be added to the standard banner. There's no rush right there. But if you can afford to get her right now, I would say try your luck, get one copy, alright? And then you can try to invest in her because she's going to be good in 2 areas, PvP and PvE. So you're basically investing vertically that way, you are getting a character essentially that can be used in both circumstances. I can foresee that she's going to be a very strong contender in a lot of the raids afterwards. So yeah, with that being said, that's gonna be it for this particular video. Let me know what you guys think. We can wait for a little bit. I think after this event ends, we are most likely going to have an April Fool's event later on in the 1st of April, and then we'll be having the half anniversary. So stay tuned for that. With that being said, subscribe if you guys have already. Give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.